Welcome to the Goat Show, the show where we celebrate and at times debate all things great. I have a feeling we might be getting some debates today. Fresh, Deezy, good to see you, my fellow co-hosts. Man, let's just hop right into it. There's some division. The people are divided between the King Donald J. Trump, and another king, someone who might be a good philosopher king, Thomas Massie, representative of Kentucky. So, from what I understand, Thomas Massie, not a big fan of this bill. They call it a continuing resolution. I don't even know what that is. We might have to AI that shit because I'm stupid about how Congress works and all that. But basically, my understanding of a continuing resolution is just like, all right, whatever we did before, we're going to keep doing. And what they want to keep doing is whatever the budget was before, where the money's going, all that kind of stuff, literally under Biden since last September, I think, 6 months ago or whatever. They want to just keep that going. And Trump's saying, listen, homie G's, look, I know we won this election. I know we got it handily, but we just need a little bit of time. Let's fund the government a little bit just for another 6 months until September. Let us get our business done, and then we can talk about these serious cuts happening at that time. And Massie ain't having none of it. He said, we've done that. I've been in Congress for 12 years. We even had a thing before that I voted for where they promised that, we would cut, 1% of the government. And nothing happened. And now you want to do a continuing resolution after we just won this election handily. You got majorities in the House and the Senate. Now you want to keep the spending going. You want to pay. He's saying that we're going to still give money to all those USA things that we found out that were fraudulent. They're still going to fund it.
Why?
I don't know. He's saying, look, here's what you need to do. One, you need to split this bill up because there's a bunch of pork in here. We don't need to vote on all that in one bill. That's stupid. And the second thing he's saying is like, look, just let's have a bill where we cut 5% of government. 5%. That's it. And then you can still fund all the things you want to do. And then we'll look at it in 6 months, but do something. You just won. The people are with you. Doge is kicking ass. Let's cut. And Trump's not happy. So where the real controversy kicked in is Trump got on Truth Social. I don't know if it's Trump who said it. It sounds like it was Trump who said it, but Trump has not been happy with Massie for a while now. Massie, from my perspective, is a man of principle. He's going to tell you like it is. If you don't like it, he doesn't care what the agenda is. He's going to vote the way he's going to vote. And he voted on this. He was the only person who voted against it, I think.
I'll be honest with you about this whole thing. It makes me feel uncomfortable because the world is asking, let me see those Epstein files. You need to start arresting some people on that list. And Trump's going, best I could do is go after Massie. Like, bro, come on.
I just have a couple of thoughts and then I'll shut up. First thing is, like, why the public lambasting of this one person there's no reason. It'd be one thing if Massie's saying this and all of a sudden the bill's killed, right? That'd be a different story. Maybe you could then say, well, you're getting in my way. Like you're screwing up the plan here. Get on board.
Bro, I think you're reading it wrong, G. Trump is saying we got to raise that debt ceiling. You got to pass my bill and get rid of the Biden administration's bill. And Massie wants to wait until whatever, June, after his election. Read it, bro. Okay, Thomas Massie voted to delay the debt ceiling bill from the Biden administration to the Trump administration.
Right.
Without getting anything for this horrendous, stupid move. So
no, well, Massie's saying that's not true. He's saying that he got a promise from Kevin McCarthy at the time because it wasn't what's his name, Speaker Johnson. It was McCarthy, and McCarthy promised him, "Hey, vote for this bill, and when we get Trump in or whatever, we will do a 1%. There's a video of him explaining it, but that's my understanding. He said that he was promised cuts 1% across the board. That's why he voted for that continuing resolution under Biden or whatever. I don't know. That we might have to look into exactly. Like maybe we can find that and Grok can summarize it. But I don't know. But again, my thing is like, okay, again, Trump had the votes. Massie was not standing in the way of anything related to this bill. It was going to get voted on. It's going to get passed. It is what it is. All Massie's doing is just telling it like it is. Hey, listen, all y'all who voted for, cuts and Doge and all this stuff, this bill doesn't do any of that shit for 6 months. You're not getting what you voted for 6 months. And that's why I'm not voting for it. And he feels like, hey, we have the precedent. We have the winds are in our sails. Let's get to work. Screw these resolutions. Like, let's get some cuts in here, or break the bill up. Let's look at it and like just come up with some things. Like, let's just cut something.
But I thought that Trump doesn't want this bill.
I mean, okay, so this is the original message, right?
Yeah, this is the original one. Okay, where he says that he should be primaried.
Okay, yeah. So he says, okay, I mean, I'll go. Okay, so he says, thank you to the House Freedom Caucus for delivering a big blow to the radical left Democrats and their desire to raise taxes and shut our country down. Okay, they hate America and all stands for blah blah blah. That's why they allow millions of criminals. Yeah. Okay, now Congressman Thomas Massie of beautiful Kentucky is an automatic no vote on just about everything, despite the fact that he has always voted for continuing resolutions in the past. He should be primaried, and I will lead the charge against him. He's just another grandstander who's too much trouble and not worth the fight. He reminds me of Liz Cheney before her historic record-breaking loss. The people of Kentucky won't stand for it. Just watch. Do I have any takers? Anyway, thank you again to the House Freedom Caucus, so and forth, and such and such. So the thing is that from what I'm seeing on X, at least in the circles that I follow, the people I follow, this is not been Trump is being ratioed like crazy on this one. Like, people are standing up for Massie, making posters and memes. Like, I mean, everybody's like, yo, Massie's like, leave him alone. All right, I think you got something right, Deezy. What Massie's saying? I think that's the video he made right there.
It's an 8-minute video that I haven't watched. So, I mean,
we can. All right,
play a little bit.
Maybe we can play a little bit.
All right.
You have to unmute the screen.
Hi, Congressman Massie here. I thought you'd like to know about the fake fight that's going on in the House of Representatives right now over this CR. They're trying to pitch it as a conservative CR versus liberal Democrats. And even the Democrats are going along in the House. But let me tell you why that's a fake fight. They plan to pass it with all Republicans here in the House. But after we leave town, the Democrats are going to vote for it in the Senate. That's right. They're going to need about 8 Democrat senators to vote for this thing over in the Senate. That means that this deal has already been cut, that Mike Johnson has cut a deal with the Senate Democrats, Senate leadership, and even Hakeem Jeffries, he's in on this, so that they can pitch their fake fight here in the House. Now, why am I so certain this is going to pass in the Senate when it gets over there with 8 Democrats or however many Democrats they need? Well, Mike Johnson is sending us home a day early. We're going to vote on this thing and skip town. If you thought there was really a threat of them not passing it in the Senate, why would you leave town? The other thing that's going on is the Democrats have a retreat, an off-site retreat, where they're going to get together and party and have, guest speakers and stuff. And that starts tomorrow and runs through Thursday and Friday. Now, you think they're not going to let this thing pass? What would happen if, let's say, the Freedom Caucus decided to take the conservative stance on this CR and oppose it? Well, they would be about 30 or 40 votes short here in the House, the Republicans would. But Hakeem Jeffries wouldn't be able to pretend, along with Mike Johnson, in this fake fight, that this is a conservative versus liberal battle in the House. And he would just hand over at least 40 Democrats. And once you get to 40 Democrats, it'd probably be a whole lot more Democrats. So that's what's going on. It's all a fake fight. You're going to find this out when it goes over to the Senate and you have Democrats in the Senate voting for it. Now, here's the other thing a lot of people aren't telling you about this bill. In the FRA, stands for Fiscal Responsibility Act. I'm not saying it was that responsible, but in the FRA that passed a couple years ago under Kevin McCarthy, the deal that was cut between myself and others on the Rules Committee was that if you will guarantee a 1% cut in spending on any CR that goes past April 30th and put that into law, use the sequester language and put that into law, then we would raise the debt limit or suspend the debt limit for a period of time. I voted for this because a 1% cut seemed like a wonderful thing if they would go and do a CR for a full year, which seemed like almost a certainty at some point in the next 2 years. Well, here we are under Mike Johnson, and we've got the 1 year CR that they're going to do. It's actually a 6-month CR because we're already 6 months into this, and it's going to go past April 30th. It should trigger the sequester. But guess what? Mike Johnson's folks and lawyers have said, we're just going to ignore that. We're going to treat this continuing resolution as 12 appropriations bills or an omnibus for the purposes of this sequester because it goes all the way to September 30th. In other words, they're saying this really isn't a CR for the purposes of that deal we cut 2 years ago. We're going to call this basically an omnibus in CR clothing, so we don't have to follow the law, the agreement that we did before. Now, that's pretty disingenuous if you ask me. It's even more disingenuous to try to say that, oh,
right. I mean, yeah, he's saying that they were, it's like that guy with the stapler in fucking Office Space. Like, we were promised cuts. That's all he's saying. And now they're doing away with it. And it's like, and the win is at the Republican Party sails to get to cutting, you know, all this Doge stuff that we keep hearing about and all this stuff. And they won't, the bill doesn't do any of that. It continues whatever Biden had before. So I guess my question is, it's just two things. One, why is Trump behind this? Like, and I don't know that answer. Like, why is he so behind this bill getting passed and continuing with the same, you know, whatever thing they have from before? And then the next thing is like, look, even if you are mad at Massie and you're like, this guy's a jerk, get it in my way, messing up the plan here. Why go public with it and express your distaste and essentially cause a rift in MAGA? Because a lot of MAGA people really love Massie. The libertarian side of MAGA, the Groyper side of MAGA really loves Massie. And by doing this, it's just you're causing unneeded strife in the party. It's one dude. Massie, unfortunately, it's one dude with Massie. That's it. And one dude in the Senate, which is Rand. So I just don't see why the necessity to do this and cause all this strife. And
well, it's clearly because he doesn't like Massie. There is no other reason. He's just trying to go at Massie because, again, just like Massie was just saying, they're not worried about this thing passing or not. They know it's going to pass. So it's all about optics. It's all about making him look bad.
Right.
I'm not really here for it, but I don't understand. Like, even if I were to grant myself that I would have the ability to lead a country, I'm still not privy to all the information that he's privy to. You know what I mean?
Right,
so I can't, like, I don't know why he's doing it, and nothing on paper other than he hates this guy makes sense.
Well, there's one other thing that a lot of people don't like Massie for. In fact, when he said this, suddenly Massie became enemy number one. And that was his comments when he was interviewed by Tucker Carlson, in which he said, everybody on the Republican side in Congress has an AIPAC handler. His words. All right. Don't ding his X. What he said.
Okay, but like this goes for a lot of things, but let me just ask it specifically about this. They're mad about the question, but did he lie? Or the statement, but is he lying? Like, there's a difference between you're mad because you're not supposed to say that and like, yo, bro, this guy thinks the Jews run the world, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, ever since that, Massey's always been there. He's always said a bunch of shit. He's a libertarian, pretty much he's a libertarian. He knows all that shit. But the moment he said on the Tucker that every congressperson has an AIPAC babysitter, that's a specific word. He's been a target, and I know he's been the crosshairs. And I think it's no secret that with Trump, Trump is at minimum sympathetic to the Jewish people, specifically Israel. You just had this, college campus kind of, deportation, right? Of somebody, people that are talking about pro-Palestine stuff. They're trying to pass these laws about, anti-Semitic speech and that kind of stuff. So it's possible that this is just an opportunity for Trump to go, all right, like, let's get this guy out. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like Trump is his own person, but he may agree with people around him that are, he certainly took a lot of money from the Adelson family. So, that could be the reason for this outburst and wanting to get Massie primaried. We can't have somebody talking about the AIPAC handlers in Congress. Okay.
Are you saying that Trump's handlers told him to do it?
Hey, listen, MAGA, whichever MAGA you are, I'm just saying, zoom out and decide for yourself. Is that the ulterior motive, or does Trump just hate Massie because Massie's the thorn in his side, never goes along with the plan? I don't know.
I mean, look, some of what Trump said could be true, right? Like, this guy's always a no vote. It's annoying as fuck for him. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, bro, I got a mandate.
Sure.
Just stop voting no, you prick. Like, and I mean, also, like, the Don's got a little bit of like narcissism. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not
Sure.
NPD, but like,
how dare
he definitely
you?
thinks, right? Like, bro, you don't become the president of the United States by thinking many people are better than you. I'm just saying.
I mean, especially with everything that Trump went through. I mean, for real, people forget about it. And that's valid. I mean, all the shit he went through, almost being assassinated, like, and now this little freaking pipsqueak is going to come in here and, try and, throw a rock in the system. I don't know. What do you think, Deezy?
I mean, Massie, it's a very good point that, like, why pass a continuing resolution of something that the Biden admin came up with when Doge is finding all this fraud and abuse and spending? Maybe you can start with drafting something new from the ground up versus like passing something and then continuing your work to find the fraud and abuse. Like, he made a good point.
What if you get rid of it? What if getting rid of it means like he can't? It like lessens what he can touch or like what he can do to you, like, because it's no longer an active thing.
Wait, say that one more time.
So like, let's say he defunds it, or he stops like these programs, like these, like he goes through and he makes these cuts, right? What if by cutting these programs, it's not like lost jurisdiction, but he like loses the severity, like it's no longer an active thing?
Wait, who? Trump?
Yeah.
So you're saying like if
like Trump wanting to, if what you're saying is correct, and Trump wants to continue with the Biden thing, for now, right?
Yeah.
Again, it could be to allow for these people to be like, to continue to do what they're doing, so that he continues to catch up.
Okay, I see. So so what you're saying is there's more work to be done in figuring out what to cut and to do all this stuff. And in order to do that work, I'm just trying to think, like, what would you need to continue?
Well, what if not all of it's bad, right? Like, this is the other side of it, is like the left keeps screaming like, oh, but they do some good things. What if Trump also sees that? He's like, bro, there is some good stuff happening.
Sure.
But like, there's a lot of misappropriated funds. There's a lot of whatever. So we don't want to get rid of them, but we want to reform them. Right.
So what Massie was suggesting, in terms, because people kept asking Massie, like, well, what do you say, dude? Mr. Complainer, like, what's your solution? And he did write it up, but he basically said, look, don't do an omnibus bill. Make it 12 different bills for 12 different things. The things you can cut, get it done. Because this is also how I feel this way strongly too. It's like, listen, they're out here trying to fight a legal battle with every single damn little cut you want to make about any fucking thing. Like they're every single thing that they're trying to cut, today, we'll get to that in a second with the Department of Education, but like they're trying to cut all this stuff. And it's like they're going to challenge you anyway in the courts. So just go for the throat, like go hard. Like, and at least if you already know a certain number of things, go ahead and pass a bill where, or whatever, where, okay, let's cut that stuff. Like, and the Republicans can get it done. Like, here's all the little stupid things that we found in USAID already. Here's all the stupid things and what we have so far. Like, just do it as it comes. Why not?
Well, I mean, I like on a deeper philosophical fucking conversation, like on this same topic though, is like not just here, but in general, just like Elon was saying about the laws, like pass a bill we can fucking read, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you put one thing in it, it's very clear and concise. We read it, everybody's like, yeah, I like this, or no, I don't like this, and then we go to bill number 2.
100%.
Because again, like it's all this bullshit of having an omnibus fucking bill. It's about confusing you. It's about giving you too much information for you to be able to read the 9,000 pages. And then you're just like, well, I agree with most of this, so I'm just going to go with it. And then you didn't see that on page 67, clause 19 says you just sold your soul. Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
All right. I have given Grok the bill. I believe it's HR 1968 is what they're all referring to, which I have it all here directly from the Congress site. They just passed it in the House, right?
Does it say how many pages it is by chance?
Or they're about to pass it in the House. It's long. It's very lengthy.
Okay.
It goes and goes and goes and goes.
So nobody's going to read it, obviously.
Well, I gave it to Grok. Grok analyzed it.
Oh,
so actually, what questions do we have?
Man,
I think that's where we start.
What does this cut? Maybe how do we phrase that? Oh, you're in mute.
What?
You're in mute. Fresh.
Spending
in 300 words or less. What does this cut?
All right. I don't know if it's cutting much. It's just a continuations bill to allow the government.
So they're not cutting anything.
And so in 300 words or less, explain what this bill is.
Yeah. For anybody who may be joining us, we are looking at the omnibus bill, and we are trying to see what's in it using Grok. You may need to do bullet points because it's like convert to bullet points.
The bill is split into 2 divisions. The full year Continuing Appropriations Act allocates discretionary funds across government sectors like defense, agriculture, and health, maintaining the baselines from 2024 with some targeted adjustments. Notable provisions include $8 billion boost for military operations and the largest pay raise for junior enlisted troops in over 40 years. Full funding for veterans health care. And $500 million to increase for the WIC nutrition program. Supports wildland firefighters and air traffic control while barring certain expenditures, as well as funds to the UN relief and works until March 2025, unless specific. I thought that needs to get no money. Yeah, no money to UN. Sorry.
That's what it's saying, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2026. So
extends expiring programs like authorities through September 30th, 2025. So the goal, so what he's saying, so what the thing is just extending how the government's been running through September 30th, 2025, where Trump is trying to get a bill put together, I assume, by then. Like he's trying to do all of the things that he's doing and then have a bill put together.
Yeah, I think by this I have a better understanding of what is going on. So I just think that he doesn't have a bill prepared. Because again, you got to realize he's only been in for so long. This guy works miracles, but not that much. You know what I mean? So it would make sense that he's just like, hey, bro, let this continue. Whatever cuts we're making are still gonna be cut. But overall, let this shit continue. And I'll have a bill prepared by then.
See, to me, that's so bullshitty. Listen, You're the fucking president. The one thing a president has, which they never use, is the power to veto. All he has to say is, listen, all y'all motherfuckers out here trying to pass this omnibus, we ain't doing that no more. All right?
But
There's
what
12
are you
different
doing
bills
in
in
the
the,
interim?
there's
What are you
12
doing
different
in the
bills in
interim?
this. This is what I'm saying. What Massey's saying. Look, there's 12 different bills in this omnibus that you're trying to shove down everybody's throats. All right? If you give me this omnibus, I'm vetoing it. And you're going to have to go get the votes to overthrow my veto, 2/3 of the Senate or whatever. All right? Which you're not going to get because the Republicans have the House or whatever. So take this bill and split it up into smaller bills. And I want to see a bill on my desk where I can go hard and cut a bunch of shit now that we already know to cut.
Okay.
That we've already found.
Understand what happens. Do you understand what happens? If they vote to deny it, you have no regulation. There's nothing now. You still have to go and prepare these bills and bring them back. And in the whole interim, what's happening? Nobody. It's going to continue the way it was, right?
Anything that has a longer time window. So let's say, okay, we want to cut or we want to talk about military budget cuts, right? That's on the table, cutting military, right? But right now, hey, listen, I need as much money in military spending because we gotta, like, it's in the bill, like we need military spending because we need to, take stock at whatever it is. Okay, that should be its own thing. Okay, military budget spending bill. We can get behind that for now. We'll kick that can down the road because here's the reasons why, But funding UN aid, Biden, whatever craziness, like no, like we taking care of that now. We're getting rid of that now. Like we're gonna vote and cut the hell out of that right now that we've already found with USA. That's all I'm saying. I think it's reasonable.
No, it's short-sighted, man.
It's
short-sighted. So? Yes, because you're gonna cut it to possibly reinstate some. You know how much harder it's going to be to get the people who just voted to cut it to vote to reinstate it? Let's wait, bro. Let's wait until September when we have all the information. Then we can cut all the fucking programs. Like, I'm with doing 12 bills so that we know all the different shit. I'm just not with rushing the process to appease some little fucking pea heads. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so here's
a bigger picture, bro.
I know I can understand what you're saying. I guess my thing, a couple of things. One is that they always say this. I mean, that's why Massie was like, look, they've said it for 12 years since I've been in here. But, okay, fine. Trump's there. For this time, we'll give one more shot. We do have but then I also feel like momentum is so important. It's kind of a zoom out moment in life. Like, momentum is huge, man. Like, when you got momentum, if you don't capitalize on it, man, it's like anything in the next 6 months can happen. Anything. One of these tariff things, the tariff stuff that's happening may not go the way that Trump hopes. There's so many opportunities in the next few months where, and people turn, man. People turn on people. Like, Trump may be a sweetheart now, but if you're freaking groceries go up in price or whatever it is. Like, let's say it doesn't work out. Let's say all this economic stuff he wants to do doesn't work out. Guess what? Like, the opportunity's lost. And now you have an even bigger struggle to do things than you did when you had the moment. So I don't know. That's I kind of feel like let's strike while the iron's hot. Like, the people are behind it. Like, let's go. Like, let's not push this thing down. And then guess what? 6 months arrive and Trump doesn't have the same,
But he's doing other things right now, bro. This isn't the only thing he's doing. Like, this is why it's kind of like, it's disingenuous to be like, oh, like, mad at him about this when it's not, this is not his only play. And again, you don't know the bigger play. And again, saying like, oh, this is what's always said, again, is disingenuous because he's been delivering on everything he said. And the way he does it has been unconventional. And people are like, oh, like, they're doubting him and talking shit. And then all of a sudden, well, the EU's paying for their own fucking $280 billion in defense. And, like, you know what I'm saying? He's unconventional and he does things in weird ways that most people don't understand. But that's why he is who he is. And that's why everybody picked him. So I just think, like, if you picked him and you want him to do what he does best, then let him do it. You guys didn't know what to do best. That's how we're here. That's why you needed to call in Big Don, because you didn't know how to run it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess then. I mean, assuming that. Sorry.
I asked Grok I asked Grok, how does this position Trump to create a better spending framework? And it says that it demonstrates his ability to rally House Republicans, even amidst a slim majority. And it says that it signals his influence over the GOP. And it says that
See, like, I would want you to approach that question.
It gives the administration time and leverage to shape the policy without the immediate pressure of a shutdown.
Yeah, but see, like, I'd want you to approach that question from like from an art of war standpoint. What would be the reason for Trump to support this bill?
Based on the art of war, should we add that?
Yeah.
Okay. While he's typing that in, I will say this. I will say this. Why go after Massie in a public way is my big question. Fine, you're mad at him. Pick up the phone. What are you doing? You know? And if Massie wants to talk about it, then that's on Massie. That's his problem. But, you know, they should talk about it behind closed doors. And just
what if
say,
he tried?
Man.
What if he's already tried multiple times? What if they've had multiple conversations? Because again, we don't know all the details, right? So, like, what if he's reached out to Massie multiple times over all these years, had multiple conversations, and gets no headroom?
And Massie said that. I mean, he's been yelled at.
And he gets no headroom. So,
right.
I mean, again, kind of art of war, right? Like, if I'm not getting anything one-on-one and I need this thing to happen, I'm going to use the tactics I have to get what I need.
Well,
it says, all right, it breaks it down. We're going to throw this up here because this is great and also shows why AI is fucking crazy.
Okay.
Applying the art of war to HR 1968 and Trump's positioning for a better spending framework offers a strategic lens on how this CR becomes a tactical maneuver in a broader fiscal campaign. It funds the government through September 2025. It can be seen as through Sun Tzu's principles, deception, terrain, timing, and adaptability as Trump sets the stage for an American first budgetary victory. Here's how. All warfare is based on deception. It appears to be a simple extension of the funding, a compromise to avoid shutdown, yet its lack of divisive writers and narrow passage mask Trump's intent. By securing a clean CR, he lulls the opponents into a false sense of continuity while preserving his strength, GOP unity for a larger offensive. And then post like on X, like those framing it as a first step, hint at this feint, keeping Democrats guessing about his next move. So if his first step to America First is to continue Biden's policies, what does that mean? What does that mean? So that's great. Like that's a great.
So it means one of two things, right? Either means it's an illusion of comfort that will lull the enemy into letting its guard down, or it means that he's just continuing the resolution. But okay.
Timing is the arbiter of victory, bro. This is what I was talking about, right?
Damn.
Right. Or know the terrain.
Selecting opportunities, bro.
Okay. So we'll get in a second. What's to know the terrain? What's he saying? What's he saying?
The bill locks in funding terrain Trump can exploit. The $8 billion military boost and troop raise fortify his defensive lines, national security, while domestic wins like veterans healthcare and WIC increases secure base. The absence of deep cuts to foreign aid and discretionary programs marks unclaimed ground ripe for conquest.
Okay.
He advises fighting on favorable terms, and the CR gives Trump 9 months to map the Senate and the public sentiment, avoiding immediate battles over cuts that could fracture his coalition.
But I mean, then why go after Matt? Okay, anyway. All right. Let's continue.
I don't like him. Fuck him.
Because that's the point. Is he needs Massie to see what he's doing without telling him what he's doing. And he's like, that's what I think that, and we all understand Massie's sentiment, but timing is the arbiter of victory. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Passing 1968 just before the deadline showcases his control of timing, turning a potential crisis into a strategic pause. This buys him until September 25 to align forces. House Republicans, a possible GOP Senate, and public pressure via X to strike with a reconciliation bill or budget that slashes what he calls waste, while doubling down on tax cuts and border security.
Okay.
And the last is adapt to the enemy's disposition. Democrats and moderates expect spending stability. Trump can use this CR baseline to pivot. Not by not overcommitting now, he adapts to their defensive posture, letting them hold 24 levels while preparing an indirect approach. Sun Tzu's shape the enemy fits here. Trump could let fiscal hawks demand cuts, then mediate a framework that still guts globalism, satisfying his base without early overreach.
Shit, Trump might have read this shit.
Although, read that last.
He might have put his whole plan in the drop.
Read that last blurb, because that last
all
blurb
right.
is important.
The risk, overextension. If Senate resists or internal GOP splits bog him down, his momentum falters. Sun Tzu warns against prolonged campaigns, yet H.R. 1968's passage positions Trump as the general who avoids a frontal assault today to win the war tomorrow, using the CR as a feigned retreat before a decisive strike. He said he can, and then Grok says he can further apply Sun Tzu if we have any other questions.
I mean,
but
it's a high wire act, right? I mean, if you wait, like like we said, if we wait too long, you might lose the momentum. But if you can, rally your forces and lull the enemy into laying its guard down, then maybe they can. Maybe he, and Trump's. I will say this: Trump's a man. Usually, he does what he says. Maybe not always on everybody's timeline, but he goes for the throat too. So that's why it's kind of frustrating. The last thing I'll say about this though is the sentiment amongst MAGA, at least certain elements of MAGA, with this Jeffrey Epstein thing. I read that today. Oh, we got going after Thomas Massie before going after these Epstein, criminals, right? So he's got to. I think Trump's got to throw some red meat to MAGA. He's got to get something done for MAGA while we're going through this adjustment period economically and all this other stuff. He's got to throw some red meat in. But
I mean, I think this is as good of a time as I need to hear from our sponsor.
Privatized, polluted, abused, and reused. Water, the source of life. It's been privatized, polluted, abused, and reused. Do you know what's in your water? Drugs, plastics, chemicals, pesticides. But there is hope. There are people working around the clock to make a difference. The solution is advanced filtration that not only removes toxins, but balances the pH in the water. Go to centuryh2o.com to tap into wellness. Click the link or use code GOAT at checkout for 10% off your first order.
You heard it there, folks. centuryh2o.com. Use code GOAT. 10% off. Get your water right. Because listen, recession coming, brothers and sisters. Big recession supposedly coming. Do you really want to pay for all that bottled water that's poison anyway? I don't think so. I think you
get
want
the
to
microplastics out of your balls. All right.
And your vagine.
It's crazy because as you said that, I grabbed my water bottle and I rested it in my lap. So fine, I will. I'll put it on the desk.
Mm-hmm. No, for real. Get a filter, put it in your sink, put it in the shower. If I wasn't moving, I freaking bought that a while ago and put it in. I got flesh-eating viruses or something on my face. I don't know if you can see, but the AI kind of takes it out. But you know what I'm saying? Is it here?
Ain't no AI here.
There? I'm just saying.
Baby. We
raw
live.
footage.
Straight raw.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, Century H2O. Code GOAT. and you support them, you support us. If you love you 16 people out there watching, if you like what you're seeing here and you want this to continue, you gotta get your water right. And like I said, we're going through hard times. You're not going to want to get these crates of bottled water. All right. You're going to want to, cut costs because, even Tesla dumping.
Yep. Tesla dumping, Elon crying. But
Well,
ain't
why,
nothing
why
new
is
for
Tesla dumping? Is it dumping any worse than anything else in the stock market?
Okay, so like I think that there's a lot of boycotting. There's a lot of people on the left that are really not happy with him, right? And so they're like burning Teslas down. Nobody's buying any. Like there's certain places in the world where they have fleets of Teslas and nobody can sell them because nobody there wants to buy them. So yeah, I'm sure that has a lot to do with it, bro.
So what they saying, Deezy? They're saying,
well, Tesla, when Trump did, I don't know if you guys saw the video of Trump with the red Tesla and Elon, and he's like, they're great vehicles. I think he said he's planning on buying one, but obviously with the direct Trump endorsement of a Tesla, like the stock rose, so that's good for stockholders out there.
Okay.
It says down 55% year to date from a peak of $479.86.
Okay.
With a 15% drop on March 10th, which was its worst day since 2020. So that day on March 10th, which was 2 days ago, it dropped 15% in a single day, which is harsh.
Right.
It's pretty in the stock market. That's a lot of volatility,
Right. Well, the tariff thing is kind of, whether it's real or perceived, it's like that's causing the stock market to crash, and crypto with it, right?
Yeah, and then it says 25% on Canada, Mexico, and 100% on Chinese EVs threaten Tesla supply chain. And parts from those regions and China sales. Its second largest market is in China,
Maybe Elon's. There's that video of Elon, and they're saying, he looks tired. They're saying, you're doing Doge. Are your business? What is it? Are businesses suffering or whatever? And he's like, yeah, probably. I don't know. Dude's spread thin. He's got Starlink. He's got. How many businesses is this guy a part of? And he's playing freaking video games.
I imagine he's doing a lot more delegating these days.
Right.
Hopefully, by now he's got some people in his businesses that he can trust to kind of fucking keep things moving when he's not directly available. You know what I mean?
He should just take everything private. Do you think? Could he? I don't know anything about how you would do that, but I'm just saying, like, just take everything private. Why does he even need public anything? Is it that? I guess he needs the fund. He has the government in his corner for sure, at least for the next 4 years. So I don't know. We got spam.
We got spam from Twitch. What's up?
Let's go.
Sniper.
Nice, bro.
Eat snipe threes. Anyway, damn, I just promoted him, didn't I? Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, again, I don't know. Is the Tesla stock dump worse than any other company ever? Is that what's going on? I will say this: those Chinese EVs, they're
pretty cool. I've seen some videos of some of those reviews on the Chinese EVs, and they got some pretty interesting stuff.
They got some dope features. I don't know if we can find that video, but they look dope. And they're cheap. And
yeah, let's dump Tesla stocks even further down. Show us some Chinese EVs, Deezy.
Let's see it. It's all right. There's 100%. There's 100% tariff on them. So
if they get all their stuff from China, if Tesla does, I don't know how much stuff they get from China. If they do, then yeah, but everybody's going to get hit with that, right?
Bro. Elon is going to be forced to do that shit in the US too. if he's an American company,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah,
to
sorry,
do it
Elon.
too, man.
Sorry, Elon. I mean, he has to know that. He has to know that.
He had
I
to,
mean-
bro. This is why he said this is why he talked about the great Indian engineers and stuff, right?
We want to import all these Chinese and Indians from China and India
Yeah,
to the U.S.
because he's
I
like,
mean, it makes
yo,
sense.
listen, I still need me some immigrants. It just can't be. They just can't be illegal anymore.
Right, right. Well, I mean, you know what? That's interesting, Fresh, because it's like, okay, listen, if you're gonna do these tariffs and you ain't gonna have no more Chinese and no more Indians doing nothing, then you gotta take the best ones and bring them here. So
Here's a trailer for one that is supposed to be dropped, like releasing soon.
oh my gosh. Wait, what
I'm
is
either.
that? Is it mute?
I want to hear their music.
What is this thing? Oh.
See how it makes it? You see how it makes it so much better too? The music. Yo, is that a fridge in the back, my G?
Yeah,
Fridge with champagne in it.
Yo, I'm
And
sold.
you can lie down.
Sold. How much? I'm gonna pre-order 2.
$8,000 as well.
What the
What
fuck
the?
What is that?
a TV, bro. It goes like, oh, it folds too. What the? Come on.
praise.
Brother.
Is this
Crazy
real
ass
though,
man.
or is this concept? Is a real car coming out?
This is a concept. This is a concept video, but it's
Ah.
planned to be released.
Where's the real one?
Yeah, I want
I,
to see something I could drive right now.
I remember
Go to
seeing.
CES, bro. Go to CES or some shit.
Yeah, I need to see one on the road doing the thing. You know, anybody can crank out a freaking.
That's
that video.
crazy.
I'm trying to find their smart cars.
There was one guy. Yeah, one guy is a black dude or whatever. He was reviewing it. I don't know what the story is, but
Marquise?
no. What the hell?
What would that?
Inspector Gadget?
Some
We got
Yo,
a go-go
this-
gadget vehicle.
Yo, that
Oh,
thing is sick, bro. You can park left and yo.
I've seen that before, and they never implement it. So,
I mean, that's a car for real.
I mean, I don't want to see it in a showroom. I want to see on the road.
In
Boom,
China,
you can drive
looks
it.
like a Porsche, but the price is only 1/5 of Porsche. We call it the first car for young people in China.
goddamn.
Some
Or-
Let's get in the car. In China, we decorate our cars in the following ways.
China, we decorate our car.
Ad-
Aroma, diffusers,
Oh man,
God damn it, bro. I know I seen a crazy video. The Chinese cars. Dude, come on. What
There was
is
a dude
even
that
Bro,
reviewed it.
what
We'll have
is
to find it.
that, bro?
why are they always like 14 seconds? This content creation fucking bullshit.
So it seems like they're all doing the ladybug now.
God
Sliding
damn it.
in.
Let's see. This is the X-Ping car, a smart, powerful electric vehicle.
Oh, I thought it was. Well, that is cool looking.
Ooh,
The black would have been.
Yeah.
that looks pretty tight.
But like they always show concept cars at every car show.
I know.
GM does it. Everybody does it. Freaking James Cameron made a freaking that BMW or whatever Mercedes back in the day, the Avatar one. I need to see one on the road. I need to see what these things do. Until then, I'm not convinced. America first.
I mean, I'm all about the Teslas anyway, but look, he could start incorporating some of those things pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm sure he is thinking about it. He
I
has
just
to be.
want to, bro. I just want to drive my car. Can I just drive my car? Like, why does my car have to drive me? That's crazy, bro. Because that's where it's gonna drive me. Is crazy, right? It's gonna. I can't stand if you are driving, brother. You think I'm gonna be able to handle if another like a car is driving itself? I'm gonna have to be blindfolded and fucking strapped to the seat like Hannibal Lecter.
I'll start recording videos, bro. I'm driving with Waymos every day. They're huge in Phoenix right now.
Oh,
we
really?
have the driverless. They drive up and down the streets, picking people up. They're fucking all over the place.
And there's no driver in the vehicle at all.
No driver at all. Yeah, the Waymos are
Wow.
huge in Phoenix. Yeah, we have them. At first, when they first came out, there was somebody driving them. And now they've gotten like authorization to be full self-driving, and
Mm-hmm.
they just drive, and they have a whole business where they just are like driverless taxis. You can call a Waymo,
Right?
It'll come pick you up and take you to your destination, no driver. And then it's a Jaguar. It's a white Jaguar car. It's crazy, bro. They're all over.
It's the way of the world, man. We're losing our independence and our freedom every day. We're just going to be babysat for the rest of our lives, live in a cocoon of 15-minute citydom.
Well, what it is do you want maximum efficiency or do you want fun, right? Because we can't be on the roads and have maximum efficiency, right?
Hey, so bring up another business idea. We need to make a driving course that you pay for where you can drive vehicles
In traffic.
It's a simulated driving experience of the late and early, whatever, 21st century.
Honestly, you want to know where it gets fun? Is you
What's
sign
that?
waivers and you allow people to drive drunk with no seatbelts.
Oh, shit. Well, here's the thing. I mean, I was thinking about that. Like, if you're in a city where, I guess you can get Uber, but I'm just saying, if you could have your own vehicle, you can go out, you can get drunk, get in your own vehicle, and the vehicle drives you home. It's kind of dope.
I mean, listen, again, this is my thing, bro. I don't know. I don't like it. I'd rather someone's got to be the DD, bro. It's all experience, bro. All these things are experiences. You're telling me that, like, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm gonna walk it back because I will say this: like, if the car drove itself, then like, how many high school kids wouldn't get killed? How many?
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody gets killed
Right.
by drunk drivers. I mean, I don't know. If you're gonna save that many lives,
that's how they get
right,
you, bro.
Look, I'm gonna cry, bro.
Oh, damn, man. That's how they
So
get you.
it does say that Waymo is a level 4 autonomous driving system. It can operate fully without human intervention, unlike Tesla's FSD, which operates at a level 2 and requires driver suspension. Or sorry, driver supervision. As of March 12th.
That's right, Lisa. You're right.
Slowly. As of March 12th, Waymo operates a commercial robo-taxi service in Phoenix, San Francisco, Los Angeles, parts of Austin, and plans for Miami and Tokyo. So you might be able to go pick up a Waymo soon in Miami, dog. But they don't operate on highways, so it's just
so how do we do the thing? Because people are still going to want to own cars to race and stuff like that, right? So
that's what I'm saying. We start
but how do we do that?
We build these gigantic, once cars are more efficient, then we'll have parks, then we can build our own raceways.
But like, okay, so
yeah, I mean,
I guess. Yeah, people already have raceways, bro. You can go to Cayuga, you can do the Zigga track or the quarter mile or the half mile.
Right.
I believe. So yeah. I mean, but that's not enough, bro. That's not enough.
You want to drive in real life, you want to risk,
bro, yes, because look,
in your life and everybody's lives.
Yes, I don't risk nobody's life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm out here saving lives, ducking and dodging you fucking crazy motherfuckers that are out here trying to kill everybody, saving my life, your life, and probably the pedestrians' lives. But like, no, listen, it's not enough because you can already go there now, and I drive where I want now. So you got to give me more, or else I don't want it. That's a fucking bum deal.
Listen, what have been?
I'll go to the track now.
What have Ben Franklin say? What did old Ben say?
I don't know.
You
what did he say?
Trade liberty for security. We're all safe. So there you go. Even he said that.
Did he say that? Did he say
that?
Isn't
that the saying? You trade liberty for security. We're all secure.
I don't know, bro. I don't think that's what he says, man.
What did he say? What did he say, Deezy?
What did he say, bro?
What's the famous Ben Franklin quote? You trade liberty for security. What do we get?
Those who trade their liberties and securities for freedom deserve neither.
Yeah, you get neither. That's what he's saying.
Or their liberties and freedom for security. You deserve neither.
He says it in a very. Let me see. He says it in a very.
Says in a different way, but
Let me see. Ben Franklin quote.
Bro, protect yourself, man. Do like Wu says, man. Protect your neck, kid.
Ben Franklin. Like do like Wu say. Your friendly liberty for security. Yeah, liberty. Quote. Yeah, here we go. What does it say? Okay, so those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety.
It's crazy
Clip
how
that
you
one up.
recognize. It's crazy how you recognize that your founding fathers were British, bro.
Ben Franklin was British for sure. Some of the other ones are Dutch and shit. So I don't know no Dutch. All right. Well, listen, I think Tesla stock dumping. We'll see what happens. Elon, like I said, time to have some more kids to take the edge off. Hang in there. Hang in there.
Here, just to summarize the Tesla stock, Elon posted this 8 hours ago.
We can see those chopsticks now in here.
He said the stocks are down, but we up, baby.
McMillan has popped his shirt.
Yeah, I'm here for it, bro. This is what I'm saying, right? This is why the left confuses the fuck out of me.
I mean, to
bro,
be
the
fair,
left
though,
confuses me. You want electric cars or not, bro? This is the guy that's
Right.
making them. Aren't you
Not
guys
just
all
making-
the
kinda looks like
tree-hugging, wanting
Skynet.
to
Cool.
EV
Yeah,
shit?
man.
He's not just making electric cars like to be some fucking granola hippie. They're also cool vehicles that, like, give you a lot of luxuries. And I mean, they're only getting better.
If you can get those battery sizes and weights down, bro, that's where it's gonna be revolutionary. You know what I mean?
they
Because
can have more. The batteries need to get somehow more renewable. If they can figure
bro,
out.
I'm expecting fiscal year 2026, Trump and Elon are gonna announce 0-point energy vehicles, bro.
Elon keeps denying it. He keeps saying there ain't no aliens, there ain't no 0 point. But Trump keeps saying we're going to be wealthier than beyond our wildest dreams. He's hyping. That's what and this is the thing. We talked about it before. Under promise, over deliver. Seems like we're it's a lot of over promising. I don't like that. I don't like this over promising. I mean, what's going on with Epstein and all this shit? Too much over promising. Stop with the over promising, people. Just shut up.
I mean, look, he kind of he did some half-stepping, moist-ass bitch shit with the Department of Education. He said, we're not going to shut it down. We're just going to cut it halfway. We'll cut the funding in half.
Well, Linda McMahon
doesn't even do anything.
Linda McMahon is the education secretary, and she was on Breaking Points, and she said that the mandate is to get rid of it. The only reason they're doing half is because there are some lingering obligations, so Pell Grants, things like that, that the government has awarded. Those have to be followed through. So she's saying that they're cutting everything that isn't necessary, and then once all these other things kind of maturate, is that the word? Then they'll cut everything else. I mean, yeah. I mean, he made that promise to Andrew McArdle. Shout out, Andrew McArdle, former head of the Libertarian Party. That was what she negotiated with him, the release of Ross Ulbricht. So, hey, look, Trump released Ross. He kept his word on that. We must remember. He did do what he said. And then the other promise he made to her was getting rid of the Federal Department of Education. So, I mean, 50%. Let's see where I'm willing to wait on that one. Let's see what happens. That's significant. Hey, listen, we were talking before. We got 1% or 5%. We'd be happy to just get the ball rolling, right? So 50% on.
Not everything's about spending cuts, bro. And even though, listen, you understand what's contradictory here, right? He's saying we're going to continue with with things as usual, but he's still auditing the things that are going forward as usual. Like the cuts that he's cutting off are not coming back because of this. He's cutting shit off. He's still going through. So, I mean, like, again, kind of disingenuous to be like, oh, like now he's not cutting shit, bro.
He's cutting.
Bro. He's cutting everywhere.
Yeah.
He's in there with a butcher knife.
Yeah.
Cutting everything down.
Right.
So, like, again, to say that he's not making cuts because he wants to keep it, it's clear there's other motive. And I feel like this is probably why he's so pissed at Massie. He's like, brother.
Well, look, I mean,
look at the fucking writing on the wall.
I think Massie needs to offer at least a piece, leaf.
Also consider that he can't just get rid of it. Trump can't just get rid of the Department of Education. He can resize it, he can restructure it, but only Congress can abolish it. So they would have to vote to get rid of the Department of Education completely.
Yeah, I think it will go through though. I think that will go through. Republicans, everybody's united on that on the Republican side. Libertarians, grippers, old school MAGA, old school conservatives. They all want the federal Department of Education gone. I mean, let's talk about it. It came in under Jimmy Carter. Before that, there was no federal Department of Education, so it's not necessary. Like plenty of people were well educated before the Department of Education. In fact, I would argue that when it came in, a lot of these kids ain't as well educated. So get rid of it. Done. Throw it back to the states. 100%. Throw it back to counties.
It's not like this is the thing is it shouldn't even be an argument. Like the people who are arguing for it don't really understand what they're arguing for. It's not that schools will not get funding. It's not even that the state can apply for funding for the school. It's that the state decides the rules.
Right.
Like,
I mean, you know me, I'm against all state funding of any kind of education. I think education should be privatized completely. That's my position. And we live in the world of the internet. We live in the everything that I like this show. Did we go to school to figure out this show?
Absolutely not. Well, the School of Hard Knocks. I let this show beat the shit out of me until I could beat it back up. You know what I mean?
And the School of YouTube and YouTube videos, and now the School of AI.
But like dare I say, I don't think that we need schools, like the buildings of schools anymore. No. Like, because again, what you learn in a school, like the actual education, you could learn in 1 hour at home. You know what I mean? Listen. Every day, 1 hour, but that gives you way more time for community. So like people are like, oh, they're not going to be. What do you mean? Every day the kids could meet up for like in the summer, it's baseball or basketball or whatever the fuck it is. Meet up for coding, for video games, for whatever it is. The options are unlimited. You can teach these kids to do whatever it is in whatever size groups and still create whatever community you want.
I mean, give it like a year or two. I mean, what already exists is you can go online, like Ron Paul homeschool curriculum. You can get that right now. It's great. And a lot of libertarians are raising any libertarians homeschooling their kids. That's what they use. And it's dope. But what I'm going to anticipate is Ron Paul homeschool AI curriculum, where you have an AI and you just go, all right, kid, get on your computer, do your lessons, sit there, and the AI just goes, here's the lesson for today. Do you have any questions? It's like, yes, I have questions. Da-da-da. Just like we literally just did on the show. Kids can do that themselves. They can learn shit. You don't need it. They finish the course and then they can take a test, and the AI administers the test. Every kid can be homeschooled. Give it a year or two. Every kid can be homeschooled by an AI. All the parent has to do is make sure they do the homework. That's it. And if you can't do that as a parent, then go fuck yourself. You're a terrible parent. You're awful. You're terrible. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing though, right? Like with all these different cuts and savings on like all kinds of taxes and all this shit, like the average family is going to have more money that, like, say the mom gets to stay home if she wants, or the mom of the neighborhood starts a school and everybody has the extra $150 a week to pay her for watching the kids and teaching them and having that food or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the problem is that people are so scared to take control of their own lives, but it really would empower the people.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the challenges with all this stuff with anything related to government is that as soon as the government takes responsibility of that thing, people let go of their responsibility. You know, like they assume that there's some outside entity that's going to do all this stuff, and then when it doesn't work, now they got to fight within the system. Whereas I'm just like, I mean, everything that I'm learning now that's of value is not through a school. It's all me going on YouTube. Hey, how do I use AI? Okay, let me watch a video. So, and then the person on YouTube who's making the video is a great teacher because they have to be competitive. There's always at least 3 or 4 people that are making these videos for every single thing. Like you can literally type in anything in YouTube and there's 4 or 5 instructors usually. And they're competing for the views so they can get the dollars. So they're trying to make their videos as engaging and as easy to watch and as fun and as enjoyable as they can possibly make it so that you'll stick around and watch the whole video. So I mean, they keep saying that, like, I mean, the one argument is that they say that, okay, well, kids in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm like, if your school sucks in your
you're
hood,
not really going to have that though, right? Because, bro, like, you're going to have way less poverty. Poverty is created. Like, we've created this system, right? So if you start empowering people and stop with all this fucking bullshit and locking people down into fucking systems, then you won't really have this problem. And again, there's still going to be disenfranchised people who get a lesser education. You just can't make it equitable. It's just not like it's an impossible dream. It's a beautiful one, whatever, cool, but it's impossible. Like it can't be the current goal. We have to make it better and then we can improve on that. Like right now, what we have is fucked.
I mean, think about it this way though. It's like, okay, what would you rather? So Michael Malice kind of talks about this. He says public school education, public schools are the first place where most human beings, like children, discover bullying and awful shit. Like that's the first time they encounter real social violence, pressure, you know, all that shit. So which would you rather have? Would you rather get your kid a cell phone, which most families have, and it has Perplexity on it, and you can have courses and your kid can sit right there with you or go with you to wherever or whatever and do their courses on their phone and learn shit and then explore their own whatever they're interested in, whatever they are. You know, if they really love math, hey, they can go down the rabbit hole of math and the AI will teach them about math and they can ask the AI to explain stuff at their level and the AI will figure out how to explain complex concepts in a way that makes sense to that particular child. You have your own personal tutor.
Well, we already have the prompt. It's Eli 5. Explain it like I'm 5. Right? We already have the prompt. It's ready to go. All you have to do is set up modules and chat could do it now. You could probably go to like an AI automation site and set this school up for your child now. But I mean, I'll say this. I agree that, like, say if this was like if we already created this thing, I think that, like, because you have the option, right? If you have a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, if you want to teach the course and be assisted by AI or not, and have a curriculum or not, teach your kid whatever they need to know, whatever, cool. But if you don't have that, you know, this is where I believe state funding would come in. It's like, we provide you with a tablet, keyboard, and mouse.
Yeah.
Your kid can at least,
here's a voucher.
You know what I mean? Where you can go get the thing, and then, and then you can go home and you can do your kid can do its schoolwork, and
but
AI
even that
teach
should
it
be, to me, that's, if anything, that's a local, like, county level. You know what I'm saying? Because the county's your community. You know,
it doesn't have to be funded at all. To be fair, I'm cool with it not being funded. I'm just saying, because people are going to cry state funding. So if you need to fund something, okay, cool. This is where you could do it, but I'm cool without it completely. Because again, the less of these funding things, the more money in the pocket of the layman, the more empowered the layperson is. You know what I mean? Like the common man is now more empowered fiscally. And I mean, I also think that it feels better to go and buy the thing for your child than to have the state be like, oh, here's the thing. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I see a lot of I see potential rises to a lot of AI driven private education.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that kind of opens a marketplace, you know, like
That's a
charter
business
schools
idea.
exist,
The goat school.
you know, but the
The
AI is
Oh, bro.
the AI is
You tell me,
the
Deezy,
future.
you want to have
Like,
you about to have these
think about
kids.
this, bro. These children, they could have something like a private, secure AI, right? That's in your house, and it's like living amongst you, and it's picking up. I know that's weird,
No, it's
or not even
That's
that on the
gonna be-
tablet,
that's gonna
right?
be
The
fucking-
tablet, the AI keeps track of the kids' actions on the tablet, and it builds a profile of the things that the kid likes and tries to decide, okay, what's the easiest way to teach this person? What are their interests? Imagine the AI
so
generates
day one, it's probably just generic, but by day 30, it's teaching the kid in a more
it's
adaptive
Mr.
way.
Beast. It's Mr. Beast's face teaching them whatever. You know what I mean? It's like whoever
Yeah.
their favorite, what is going to keep their attention? What person do I need to be right now to get this child to like pay attention to me? It'll be able to change over time during
Oof.
like the interests. I know it's
At what
weird
point
because
does that become lying to your kid, bro?
Bro, let's just get the robot nanny.
Mr.
Tesla
Beast
you know
is
you
your
understand.
teacher.
They teach the kids, and then you know,
Understand that you're
on
being
their
like
off
it's
time.
an AI bot, like a AI agent that's teaching them, but it's teaching them. It's presenting itself what they based on that
Yeah.
person's habits. You know.
Yeah.
Kids are doing
Taylor.
it now, right? Kids are doing it now. They're taking text, they're using voice replicator AIs, they're getting Mr. Beast to say it to them, and they're putting videos of Minecraft in behind
Yeah.
it, and that's how they're learning their lessons. So again, like that's the other side of it is kids are already customizing their lesson plan. I've been saying this for years. The kids now they don't need the school. They go to school, they're fucking bored, they're little shits, and then they go home and they're learning coding. They're all into crypto. They've dropped 6 NFT projects,
You
made
literally-
30K last weekend. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the
I mean,
same anymore, bro.
Yeah. You may not even have to learn how to read. I mean, that's kind of wild to think about, but because now
No,
like,
you
I
have
was
to learn
using,
how to read. No,
well,
you have
listen,
to.
I was
Because you have
I
to
was
teach
using
that
the
at a
voice. I was
cognitive
using
level
voice on
when they're young.
I was using voice on Chat GPT. So my mom has an idea for this business. I won't go into it, but you know, we've been talking about it for many years now. And you know, she's older or whatever. So, and I don't know anything. So we wanted to together, and just typing in Chat GPT together would have been a pain in the butt. So I just went in Chat GPT and I hit the voice button and I was like, hey, here's this idea for a business. Give us all the factors we need to consider in doing this kind of business. And chat and spoken word. The whole interaction of that conversation was spoken word. And then I went back and I was able to read it. Now, I think you should learn to read, but I'm just saying.
Well, but this is the thing, right? So this is something that the teachers are going to teach, and as a parent, you should be teaching like because you want their early cognitive development to be good, bro. You don't want your kid to have to be spoken to in order for them to grasp concepts, right?
Sure.
So like I agree with you in the fact that like there's gonna, like, for example, they could take tests if they are not good with remembering and writing things down, right? Then they could take the test verbally. However, they still got to read this shit. So
yeah, I think
you're going to take the test verbally, you're going to have to read this shit out loud then. Like there'll be stipulations, you know what I mean? So we get that you're actually doing the thing. Because again, reading and comprehending reading is a huge part of development.
I would say that may, I'm just going to be honest with you. Who knows? That may be the only thing you have to supervise, because the AI, if it talks and it has a voice, it can teach how to read. I mean, I wonder, you know what?
But that's good.
Easy. Bring up
that's
Grok
good.
And ask Grok with voice, teach me how to read. I don't know how to read, Grok. Teach me how to read, and see if it tells you like by voice.
So right now I just put in, okay, you are my teacher for geometry, design a lesson plan with images. So then it gave me a lesson plan, and I got to the bottom, confirmation. Since you requested a lesson plan with images, I can generate the following visuals.
But I want to see if it can teach you how to read. But does it even have speech?
So wait,
I seen.
you
Was
say
it
please to the AI?
I do, yeah.
Damn.
Just in case.
You don't?
I kind of just boss it around. I'm not
Oh,
mean
well,
to
we
it,
know-
but I
we-
tell it what
at
I
least
want.
we know.
Direct.
Which one of us is going to be replaced by AI and which two are going to be safe?
So I saw this. I saw this AI, and maybe it's not Grok. I don't think it's Grok. There's an AI that can like generate. Maybe it was DeepSeek. It might be DeepSeek, but it could generate full on like lesson plans with like images, or it could
Probably
like
chat
generate a
Oh.
video.
or Perplexity.
Uh,
Yo, look, I'm going to
Maybe
ask Perplexity right now.
Tell it to generate
I
a
don't know
video
how to read.
describing the
Hold on a second.
Fibonacci.
I don't know
sequence.
how to read. Can you teach me how to read at a grade 1 level?
Sure, I can help with that. Let's start with the basics. First, focus on recognizing letters and their sounds. Then, practice blending those sounds to form simple words. Reading picture books with large text and repeating phrases can be helpful. Don't forget to point at each word as you read along to connect spoken and written language. Practice makes perfect, so keep practicing.
What should my first word be?
A great first word to start with is cat. It's simple and uses common sounds. Try saying the sounds for each letter. K, A, T. Then blend them together to say cat. Give it a try.
Slash the Department of Education. It's over.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
over.
imagine the kids that are like in ASU being tutors to people to get extra credit. Like, they're being a tutor should not exist anymore. You know, like
It's over. Get rid of the
It's
Department of
over.
Education. We're done. There's only one question that we need to ask. There's only one question we need to ask because we were talking about it earlier.
Got
Is
milk?
raw got milk? All right, so this may be a random segue, but we got to settle this. Raw milk. All right. Now, I think Matt Walsh actually did a thing on raw milk, but Fresh has one position, and I believe Deezy has the opposite position. I'm in the middle. I don't know for sure. So we got to talk to the AI. So
and AI bring Grok up because he's perfect. He always
okay. Let me explain. So we're just saying Fresh is saying raw milk is not intended for
milk in
consumption.
general.
Listen, my position is okay. My position is humans are not supposed to drink milk from any other animal and are only supposed to drink human milk as babies, growing up as babies.
Okay.
My reasoning for this is just because we do something for a long period of time doesn't mean we are supposed to do it, doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. And even if you look at how we developed it, the people who develop who are not lactose intolerant, they develop a mutation. So just saying, we're not supposed to drink it. Now, whether you do, whether you like it, all that other shit is irrelevant. My position is just on whether we're supposed to or not.
We're supposed to or not. Okay, so two things before we'll get to your side, Deezy, but just two things. Two things can be true at the same time. One can be that humans aren't necessarily evolutionarily adapted to doing something, by biologically. But on the flip side, for thousands of years, people have been drinking that raw milk before there's pasteurization. So that can be true as well. That it's, so I don't know. What's your position, Deezy? What was how do you feel about this?
My original position is that, the pasteurization process probably gets rid of any good that milk does do for you, and that raw milk is probably better for you. But the fact that you can't really just get raw milk with limited risk, obviously. And so, but according to Grok, like you said, a large percentage of people developed a genetic mutation called lactase persistence, and so that's that's evolution, isn't it not? You know,
Right.
like some people
doesn't it
actually
mean that the
evolve.
humans
It's
have evolved?
microevolution. It's microevolution.
Yeah.
But like not everybody has it now. So it's not something that everybody just has, that we're adapted to whatever. It's the people
I mean,
But I
and
mean,
it's specifically
let
people who either do work or used to work around livestock. Like when people started drinking milk is when you had livestock at home. It was like, and it's only like, again, the last 10,000 years, a blip in humanity, bro. We've been around for 300,000 years. We've drinking milk for 10,000 and everybody's not
but how
able
long
to drink it and process
how
it.
long a time window is unnatural, right? Because like, look, we have like these like mitochondrial parasites or viruses.
Well,
in our
everybody's still not
bloodstream.
able to drink it. Everybody's still not able to drink it. So we're not even there yet.
You're saying
So how long is
genetically-
long enough? Bro, when 300,000 years seems like nothing, probably. Because again, when everybody is able to drink milk, or majority of people.
But what
But,
about like some people some people only eat meat, like Michaela Peterson. She's like lion diet. I only eat meat. I can't eat anything else. And then some people are like, you know, vegetarian only, because when I eat meat, I break out in hives. I mean, there's all these different.
But everybody has a level of lactose intolerance. Everybody. Not a single person on this earth is tolerant to milk. You're just less intolerant.
Okay.
You have a higher threshold, but everybody is intolerant.
Is that
So-
true, Deezy? Can we look that up real quick?
Grok it up.
35. It says 35% of the adults worldwide can handle lactose.
Okay,
Can
wow.
handle lactose. But
So
is
65% can't.
And what is the threshold for can handle lactose? Like I can have a glass of milk without getting upset stomach. Okay, cool. But like if you have two, are you fucked? Are you shitting your pants? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like
What
is the
about drinking?
threshold?
I mean, drinking. Some
What?
people can't handle drinking.
It's poison. What are you gonna say? Drinking's not poison, drinking's natural? Something like, come on, brother. There's a reason you're getting intoxicated. Your body doesn't do that on its own. It's not healthy. I'd argue there's not really many benefits to overconsumption of alcohol to the point of getting intoxicated. Like
I mean,
red wine might have
the
some oxidization or
the land of milk and
antioxidants.
honey. I mean, why would they say land of milk and honey if
It just means prosperity, bro.
you're talking about them fat titties that squirt the milk? Is what you're saying?
And them honeys.
And them.
Land of AOC mommy milkers and
my
honey.
Oh my gosh! All right, I'm with fresh. It's unnatural. Ban raw milk. All right.
No, but
next.
it's not that it has to be banned, bro. Get out of here, you fascist. Stop banning everything.
It's unnatural. It's gross.
Bro,
Ban
like,
them.
again,
Get rid of it.
My
burn it.
position is from a free market position. Don't ban it. Just stop buying the fucking shit. You know what I
Milk and
mean?
honey's back. Milk and honey's back on the.
But whatever.
docket.
Milk and
Bro, I
honey,
love me.
bro.
I love me some milkshakes, bro. That's all I got to say. Sometimes a chocolate milkshake just fucking hits. You know what I mean?
Bro, listen, I used to drink a lot of milk growing up. Like a lot of milk. We used to go through 3 bags of milk a day in my house. At
3
least.
bags of milk. Good God.
My mom is likely still watching. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Can you please drop a comment?
Well, listen, I mean, I used to go through freaking soda like it was nothing. That's why I
Brother.
still carry an extra 20 pounds on me. We gotta wean you off, man. You talking about this milk is bad, and he's over here drinking freaking Coca-Colas.
He's over here shotgunning Coca-Cola, bro.
No, they're not offering
Come
right
on now.
bro. You crazy? I'm just lazy, bro.
I'm over here with these Nexties over here. Look at that. That might be
Sparkling water.
that might be a Florida thing. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't know about
I guess she's not watching anymore. But listen, again, if I'm lying, I'm dying, bro. We used to go through 3 bags of milk at least. But that was one of my daily chores. Every day is like, yo, you got to go to the store and grab bags of milk. Which is like 3 bags is 4 liters
off
of
the
milk.
docket. We're taking
It's
milk
4
off the
liters.
docket. We're taking honey off the docket too. Honey's unnatural. I don't care.
Honey
if
and
it's
milk
chicken
is
bees.
gone, and so is Pokemon Go, baby.
Oh shit, that's a good one. That's a good. Okay, Okay, let's talk about Pokemon
What
Go.
happened? What happened? Yo, listen.
Pokemon Go is
So what? The Chinese sold the data to the Saudis?
well. What did happen, Deezy? Do you know?
Yeah, so it was sold to, let's pull it up. Grok, give me the summary. Grok, tell
was the
me
company.
about Pokemon Go sale. That's what I'm talking about, people. AI.
Yeah, we don't know
AI's
shit.
the homie.
It's already teaching us everything we need to know. Look at that. Look at that beautiful. Those beautiful.
Look at
lines.
that. One quick sentence that a fucking 5-year-old.
Elon, put the audio, put the voice on fucking
desktop
PC, bro. We need desktop voice commands, man. Let's go.
Here we go.
All right.
It was sold to Scopely, a company owned by Saudi Arabia's Savi Games Group, for $3.5 billion.
Hey, bro,
I'm
this might be a
crazy.
hot take, but I'd rather the Saudis have it, bro. Shout out everybody out there. I think it's more safe over there, bro, to be honest.
Shout out MBS.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's involved in the sale or purchase or whatever, but I mean, but then again, Twitter's owned 20% by Saudi Arabia too. So.
The irony of it is that they own the game Monopoly Go, and it seems like they're building a monopoly of Go games. Like now they have Pokemon Go.
Okay, wait, let's imagine I'm an ignorant boomer. What does Pokemon Go exactly like? How did that game work?
So basically, it's a game where you have your map out on your phone. It shows a map of your physical location, and as you're like you walk around and catch Pokemon.
Okay.
So like you'll encounter a Pokemon in a
augmented reality.
AR.
Correct.
So
AR.
yeah, when you face the Pokemon, it's AR. When you're walking around, it looks like a map.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into the encounter, and then it's AR. You see the Pokemon in your environment, and you throw Pokeballs at it and try to catch it.
Right.
But the greater theme of this is that it's mapping everywhere you are, everywhere you walk, as you walk it.
Right.
Yeah, they collected. It was over 1 billion downloads and estimated 8 billion in revenue by early 2025, which is absolutely insane. So in 9 years, $8 billion of revenue.
But all that data mapping the world.
That's what they got. That was more valuable than the money they earned, because now.
But what can they? What is the? Okay, so you got Monopoly Go, which would be real estate. I mean, what if Monopoly Go becomes Monopoly? Like it becomes real. Like it's.
What is Monopoly Go though?
I don't know. 100%. I've never played it.
I mean, it would be kind of interesting and pretty baller if it was like you can literally. I would imagine maybe in the virtual world, you can buy property that exists in the real world, which is kind of. I mean, there's been some crypto projects that try to do that, right? Where they have, what it was a Snoop Dogg thing back in the day. He made an ass ton of money on that, where he had Snoop World or something and virtual real estate, right? Inside a metaverse real estate. So, I mean, this has been going around. I'm just kind of curious, like, I guess if anybody's going to do it, Monopoly would be the ones to finally get it right, doing metaverse real estate or real estate with on the blockchain. I don't know, tokenization.
Nah, they're not trying to dig deep into it. It's too much. By the way, Fred, your mom popped up and confirmed that you drank many bags of milk as a child.
Right. See, she still does every 2 days, bro.
I drink milk.
Listen, but not everybody has that, right? Like not, and I don't know, like, I mean, listen, she probably has that tolerance now where she can do that. If I started doing that, I would shit my pants every day.
Honestly, I probably have the genetic mutation, but when I go hard in the paint, like if I eat cheese and have a milkshake and like if I squeeze dairy into like all 3 of my meals in a day, then I'm not feeling good. If I just have like,
I told you, listen. Everyone's got a fucking threshold, brother. We're not supposed to eat it. It's delicious. I'm not arguing that shit, right? But like,
look, I drank a lot of milk when I was young. They definitely put U.S. military definitely put hormones in the milk so that us Americans would get big. Because there ain't no Indians in my family that are 6 foot. Ain't no Indians in this family that are 6 foot. So,
Bro,
you know.
they used Jennifer Aniston, Christina Aguilera. Like they used everybody. Got
Mr.
milk,
T.
got milk,
Didn't
got
Mr. T
milk,
get involved?
got milk, got milk.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody
again,
should have got milk.
This is
Damn, bro.
where I agree with what Deezy is saying, right? Is like if you're going to drink milk, you probably should drink raw milk. The problem is sourcing that raw milk because that's also dangerous, right? And then so someone like me just eats Parmigiano Reggiano. It's raw milk.
Cheese. Okay. Well,
with no lactose.
All right. Well,
And
I
if
think
you
you
want
just
if you want a low lactose cheese, mozzarella is also a good choice.
mozzarella. Pokemon cheese.
Pokemon Go.
Dude,
Pokemon
I want to
cheese.
see what they're probably gonna microtransaction it into oblivion.
It's already
It's
microtransactioned up, bro.
Yeah, hopefully they ease up on that. It's kind of it's probably lost a lot of its fucking thunder since the Pokemon the trading card game came out, which I do play, and that game is tight. Like Pokemon did a really good job at digitizing like trading cards and like collecting digital trading cards, and you can trade, and like there's a whole platform. It's really cool. They did a good
I
job
gotta
at
put that in
making.
a wallet, bro. When they put that shit in a wallet, I'll be, you know what I mean? I'll be impressed.
But yeah, Pokemon Go sold to the Saudis. We agree that it's better the Saudis have the data than Chinese.
They already, bro. They're like Ravine was saying, they already own a percentage of Twitter or X.
Yeah, what's it? Aloeed?
You know what I mean? So what's the big deal? They already got the datas, bro. They already paid their
question
piece
is
of the pie for the data.
what are they gonna do with the data? I guess they're gonna give it to governments. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. That's you can't have all that data and like not do anything with it. Somebody's got to make $1 at it. So
God damn it, let's settle it. Is it data or data?
Ooh, data.
I don't know. Data is the name of the guy from Star Trek, but I thought it was data. Like, check out our new data plan.
Tomato, man.
If you call it a tomato to me, I'm gonna poke you in the fucking eye.
Potato.
I feel like
tomato.
I feel like it's like English US, English UK. Like, look at my data. Look at my data.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Damn it, bro. And this is why I'm asking the question because I get both. We're like British colony with the next door neighbor. Like all my TV channels are from like Buffalo and shit like that. Like, oh God, fuck you guys.
A database.
It don't matter. You know what? Goats say however they want to say it because they're goats.
Goats say data.